only emotion I'd ever felt was fear, and then it was survival and training.
Actually, I think all of those were problematic. I think that the gun should have been.
For so many New Yorkers, that is the core reality. So many people in the city are feeling pain right now.
Today we're going to be talking about a topic that's very, very serious that has been happening lately. It's a trend with especially the trend that I'm talking about is police brutality, especially amongst people of color. It's happening, and it's about time that we talk about it in a very productive way instead of bashing each other.
All the facts that came out after like the trial, like the coroner not taping the autopsy, and the person that was doing the investigation not recording when he was interviewing the police officer, not taking his gun away from him right away. Like, it's so amazing to me that this can happen in a criminal investigation. Like, if it was just two people shooting each other, all of these things would have been taken into consideration. But just because he was a police officer, they're not gonna do that. And I think we didn't even know these facts before, and now that they're coming out after the fact that he got acquitted is just mind-boggling to me. Some more.
And then the interesting thing about the whole case is the fact that it took 100 days for them to conclude their investigation.
I think it's very fishy when everybody involved in the investigation, either their camera died, they didn't have battery, they didn't think it was appropriate, or they didn't think it was necessary to record and measure and do all of that stuff. How is it? It's like a convenience how all of a sudden, how can everybody's camera, everybody's tape, everybody's whatever
evidence being lost? Like, how is that possible?
How is that possible that everything just disappeared and wasn't available for this case?
But what do you guys think about after the police officer got acquitted, like the people burning down pretty much buildings and things? They did the same thing when what was that guy that got beaten up by police a long time?
Rodney King.
Yes, they did the same thing that time too, and I just think like it just makes
Tasteless.
Yeah, it just makes you're literally this kid died in vain. Like, you're proving their point that black people are crazy. Like, you guys should have just protested peacefully, did other things, burning down buildings, looting places. That is nothing. You're just hurting your community. That's your own community that you're burning down buildings.
If you're a criminal, if you want to do something bad, you're going to take an opportunity and not really think about the whole picture. I think that people that really do care about the whole picture are the people that are protesting, that are outside in the cold and like are peacefully protesting. But then the people that are looting and like, you know, breaking things and stealing things, they were looking for an opportunity to commit crime, and they thought this is the perfect opportunity to commit crime. It has nothing to do with being black. Yes, it affects us negatively, and it is technically, I guess, in a way, our problem, but that's really not who all black people are. We can't take a Snapchat of something small and turn it into like, you know, like say, oh, this is a representation of all black people.
But
the thing is also, like, white people also do riot when they win a championship, like, you know, a couple of states championship, or when they win the Super Bowl, they riot and they burn, you know. Right. I mean, why is that okay in the media, but it's not okay when some of the blacks are trying really to express, well, violently, anger, you know, and which is wrong, you know, which is wrong.
But the thing is, the way I look at it is, imagine the whole media is really focused on that area of the country, and somebody that lives in Mississippi that has no clue about American culture, not the American culture, but African American people, it validates the stereotype that African American people are criminals. The fact that that's showing in CNN in how many million people's living rooms, it validates that, and that's not okay. But I understand that, you know, for like sports events, people riot, but they're not going to look at that and say, hey, that's, you know, a white person doing that. They're going to look at it, oh, it's a fan. But when a black person does it, that's an African American guy acting like a criminal.
It all has a lot to do with how things are worded. Okay, if it's a white person, they're either crazy or they have mental illness, or they did something that somebody did something to them that made them snap.